What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 231 of the Cheesy Controller Podcast. I'm your host, Anton LaPlatte. Joining me, as always, we have the Mecha Stardew Valley, Chris Montalbano.
Not everybody knows they're serving Satan, but somehow he gets his work done.
We got the Ray Trace Durag Devant.
Yes, the tried and true scientific method. Fucking around and finding out.
And we got the most degenerate squid in the sea, Jalen Roberts.
Those twinks should have been at the club.
We got a jam-packed episode for you guys this week. We're going to be talking about South of Midnight, Clair Obscura Expedition 33, Metaphor ReFantazio, and Oblivion Remastered. Chris is like, farewell.
Yeah, I was about to say, we're just gonna have to last time on Dragon Ball Z and say yes, Chris was able to play Fortnite on PlayStation. Hopefully.
Will Chris ever be able to log into Fortnite on his PlayStation without being banned because he was getting spicy in chat?
This time on the Cheesy Controller Podcast.
As for getting us banned on YouTube. Yeah. That's our first copyright strike. It was too accurate.
It's like, we know this show exists. We haven't figured it out yet, but we'll have an AI make one so we can copyright it.
Yeah, I just did irreparable throat damage just to get copyright stricken.
That's what she said.
If copy was so good they had to put a copyright claim on it, that sounds like something special.
You know what?
Yeah, that's life-changing.
Absolute cinema.
Even Chris is getting on the ingredients. He's like,
yeah. They find the exact clip, the exact video that it's from. Like, yeah, no, you copied this. Glurp for glurp. It's like aliens talking. Glurp for glurp.
Like, you want to go glurp for glurp? You can't go glurp for glurp against me. Call me glurptonomist.
Oh man.
All right, so Chris, now that
Holy shit.
we've supposedly fixed your Fortnite, you put in the notes that you finished South of Midnight.
Yes.
Give us your thoughts, unadulterated, unfiltered.
We need a South of Midnight review out of here.
Okay, I gave it. I'm just gonna start with a score 8.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Or the score, the story really do carry this game, and I understand where everybody. It did start to feel repetitive until probably the final chapter of the game, where everything was unlocked and the fighting and everything kind of seemed more seamless. Like, it was challenging, but not in a bad way. I had other I could do combos and come up with a strategy instead of just having a few power-ups to kind of do things. So that was cool, but I do understand where everybody was saying where hey, I wish that the end of the game was kind of throughout the entire game to make it more interesting. But the combat was decent enough to keep me interested, and the story and score was just absolutely phenomenal that I honestly can't believe that it's a $40 game.
How long is it?
How great it is. It's an 8 to 12 hour game, depending on how much you look around in the environment. It's hella linear. Yeah,
that's why it's $40.
Yeah, it's hella linear, but
I don't mind the linearity of games.
No, I don't.
Games should sometimes rein that shit in,
Yeah.
Hey, give me some specific, handcrafted, do this, experience this. I mean, shit. That's pretty much what mouthwashing is in that game. Woo.
Yeah, and I would say if this game was $60 to $70, I wouldn't be mad at it. I would still have a good time. The quality and the heart that went into this game is insane, and that I thought it was a full price game because I am playing it on Game Pass. So obviously didn't know the price of the game until I went and looked it up myself and I was like, that's insane that it's only $40.
So,
It just
question.
yeah.
With Microsoft bringing a lot of their first party games to PlayStation, Doom's going to be day and date. Indy was, I don't even think it was 6 months of exclusivity.
No.
Forza was a couple years, but that's just like them getting
that was
the
par
most.
for the course.
Yeah. Where do you think South of Midnight's gonna fall as far as like? Do you think that's a this year on PlayStation? You think yeah?
I think when I honestly believe that this could drop on PlayStation before Yotai does. Just like to have like get some more sales and on PlayStation before Yotai will drop. With I think that is in October, right?
Yeah.
October 2nd.
Yeah. Yep. So maybe like early September. Just having it come out and just do a quick shadow drop onto PlayStation, kind of like
Well, so far they've done. They did do the Ninja Gaiden shadow drop and Oblivion shadow drops, but
Oblivion is the worst shadow drop in history.
yeah, I mean that.
It's like Oblivion's coming before the end of April. Reported literally everybody, and it's going to be shadow drop. So it's like, okay, we're going to get it,
Right?
Yeah,
and we got it.
The fact that it came out this month is a little disrespectful to our time, but I get it.
Yeah, Oblivion's not that long. Like if you're just doing the main quest line, Oblivion's not that long.
It's Oblivion. Who's just doing the main quest line?
Right.
Because Radic, that was the fastest.
We haven't seen him.
Yeah, that. Radic disappeared into Oblivion. He's like, "This is namesake origins. I'll be back."
Peace out. You're already out. You're double gone.
Heck, once we're done recording, I'm probably getting on Oblivion.
I could get on it. I haven't installed on my PlayStation, but
just a bunch of sickos.
It's my favorite Bethesda game. Like out of any of the Elder Scrolls game, out of any of the Fallout games made by Bethesda, my favorite one's Oblivion. I love the systems. I love how you can interact with stuff. The memes are still there. Someone recreated the meme where because if you talk to somebody, the world stops, right? So there's this one quest line where you and this guy go into this this cave, temple, whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And the moment the player speaks to the guy, he says his little NPC dialogue. The moment the game restarts, ceiling trap just squishes him like a bug. That shit is funny.
Well, yeah,
and they didn't take out the. They also didn't take out the audio fub. Like one of the Thieves Guild quest lines, there's a woman who says, "The Thieves Guild managed to rob the fighters, the mage, and someone else at the same time." Hold on, let me do a new take of that. They kept that voice. They kept all the voice line.
I mean, as far as content goes, it's all the brain and everything. It's the same way you were hoping they wouldn't mess up Snake Eater in Metal Gear Delta, and it's like they are not going to, because it's the same exact studio making it, Marvelous. And so the same way Oblivion has the brain of the classic Oblivion, like running the game, that's the exact same way Snake Eater is going to be. So like all the voice lines, all the audio, all of that's going to be the same. It's just going to look better.
Yeah, I will say with Snake Eater specifically, I don't think it does. I think some of the way the lighting is handled in the older game is better for the stylization of it.
Well, that's what a lot of people are saying about Oblivion also. So.
Oh yeah. But that's also the thing about remasters, though. It's like every single time they remaster it, they end up fucking up the lighting because the lighting ends up stylized to cover up the technical limitations.
Yeah.
And so it's like,
no, this is an artistic choice. Like, no, you're trying to hide those textures, motherfucker.
It's both.
Yeah.
I mean, you made an artistic decision to hide the fact that you don't got the power to do so, but it gives the game its style, because a lot of style of a lot of things it's in its lighting, and changing that fundamentally changes the feel of scenes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, there'll be mods on PC there's already a mod on PC for Oblivion Remastered to, like, redo the lighting more in the old style with the new graphics. And so I'm sure Metal Gear will have the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm excited to really start putting some time into it. It's been a busy weekend, so I didn't get a chance to play a whole lot. But,
Yeah, I wasn't able to go in this weekend either. Not on Oblivion, but something else.
What is that something else, Madrid?
Expedition 33. And let me just tell you, this game is as good as I thought it would be, if not better. And like playing it, I'm not trying to shit on indie studios, but like playing it, it's just really impressive. And then you think it's like, oh man, this game was made by like 30 people, and it looks amazing. Like you can tell how much thought they put into everything. And like it is ultimately a game that wears all of its influences like just broadly on its sleeve, but it's able to take those influences and still do its own thing. So it just weaves them in and creates its own game. So it's able to stand on its own too, which I think is really impressive. Like the music, fucking phenomenal, honestly. Just like hovering over the game, just waiting to play it. Yeah, it's got that real kind of like orchestral feel, and it's the lyrics are being sung in French. And so it's reminiscent of Nier, and like angelic in Nier is like mixed with like Japanese, French, and English. So it kind of has that feel to it. It carries a dark tone, and like honestly, the first fucking hour of the game, they slide in just a mean ass tearjerker. Yeah, the voice cast is doing its thing. It sets up the world pretty neatly, and then it just throws you in there, and they throw a lot of words at you, but you'll get them down after a while.
Yeah,
JRPG.
The pictos, the chromas. Well, these are French words.
Yeah.
The pictos, the chromas, the lumines, the paintress, all types of some shit I can't remember, Like even Clair Obscur itself, I believe it's a reference to like an art style, like a French art style. So which kind of like feeds into the themes of the game. But essentially, each year, the paintress wakes up and paints a new number. So this year is 33. So everybody above the age of 33 is dead. So like the world they live in is, just a bunch of relatively young people grappling with each year. We're just going to get younger and younger, And so it creates this, like, do we have kids? Like, should we have kids? Like, there's only so many of us left. But it's also like, well, are we dooming them? Like, they might live to be like 10 or some shit,
But then on the other side of that, it's like you are prolonging the survival of your kind of like group to say like, I'm gonna have kids, we're gonna raise them, kind of train them to do this expedition, because like after
I'm 55 though, so I got 1 year left,
right? But like So actually, it turning 33 and being 33, I was like, "Oh shit, it's my year! I'm about to go on this journey."
It kind of hits different. I'm like, man, if we fail, I'm cooked. You
But
know,
right, so like that is cool that like every year. So like I'm assuming the year 34, that year age group went and did the expedition, did what they could to like kind of stop the painterest, and now they failed because they all died. Now it's your turn as being 33, so you got to go out and then
every expedition that has went out, only one expedition had people that came back, and that was Expedition Zero, or the first expedition, which started
is
at
it
year
counting up?
100.
Is it counting down?
They make a point to say like it shouldn't have started. They shouldn't have called it Expedition Zero. They should have called it Expedition 100.
Okay, so that's a plot.
they
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
And they made a point to point that out, which is yes.
Yeah.
It's like yes, address this stupid shit that you have going on. It's cool. The one thing about it is there's definitely like some jank in like, movement and sometimes like the camera. I've been stuck in some rocks and had to like hard leave the game, like hard reset to try and get back in. I'm like, bro, I'm stuck in the architecture. I can't jump out. I can't run out. And part of it is because one of the characters, Lune, instead of running, she fucking floats because she's a barefoot witch.
Okay. Somebody's been reading Miyazaki's diary.
Yeah, so she's pretty fucking cool. She's my favorite so far. But I've also only have like 3 party members right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the combat system it's excellent. It like that parry system, that parry window is tight. And even if you feel like you've kind of like learned that that enemies parry, they might throw in a different attack or change up their attack.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to really be like locked in. It's like fucking precise. Like when they're coming down with their attack, you have to be parrying like on some Dark Souls shit. The dodge is more forgiving though. So I would say when you're learning that character, that enemy's kind of pattern, you should dodge first, honestly. Or if it's a new attack, just try and dodge it. That window's a lot more forgiving. But when you parry it, you kind of like get a counter, you get more AP. The system is like really good as well. Like each character has their own mechanics essentially. Like the main character, Gustav, he has like, he's just gun, sword, he has his kind of flow to him. Like he does electric based attacks. And like one of his moves will charge his other move, and that can like break shields and things like that. The witch character, she basically casts elemental magic, and each time she casts elemental magic, she gets like an elemental charge. It's like the defect from what's that card game? Jalen, you know the card game. The defect, the robot. You're muted.
How am I muted?
I don't know.
Either that or Discord hard games you.
Slay the Spire.
I've been drinking.
I'll drink to that.
It's like that where each time she does a magic, it gives her like another elemental charge, and if she does another magic, like a different type of magic, it can use those elemental charges to give like increased damage, or this one doesn't cost any AP. So, you kind of have that strategy going in, like, how do I want to build this character? Do I want to have her like do fire and then follow up with the ice? It's really dope. Another character, she changes stances. So it's like the it like some of that shit is like, I'm like, damn, some of this shit is straight from Slay the Spire for real. Like if we're keeping it a bean, because that's like the I can't remember the character's name.
The sword one?
No, more so the
Watcher. The Watcher.
Yeah, like the chick with the staff who
the Watcher.
Go, like, defensive mode into like attack mode into like special attack mode. It's exactly like that.
Yeah, I'll go into attack mode, wrath, defense mode, calm, extra attack mode, divinity.
Yep, exactly. It's so fucking cool. Yeah, and like just the like the atmosphere and the setting. Like there's this area that you're in. It's like you're underwater, but you're not. It's so fucking cool. The enemy design. Yeah, this game is pretty magical. Honestly,
it's got a lot of style to it.
A lot of style. It's worthy of all the hype, and I saw they just hit like 1 million copies sold.
Hell yeah!
And that's not counting Game Pass at all. So
right, yeah, no. That's actual sales on PC and PlayStation.
Yeah,
impressive.
It is. That is dope.
It's also
it definitely deserves it.
I highly recommend it.
Yeah, it's also reignited the dumbest RPG discourse on the internet.
Oh, turn-based RPGs.
Right, it's like
okay, if you don't like turn-based RPGs, just don't fucking play it.
It's not even like they don't like turn-based RPGs. Half of them some of them are acting like turn-based RPGs haven't existed since Final Fantasy VI.
Since Dragon Quest 1?
Like they're like, this is the first game in 20 years to be like old Final Fantasy. It's like, number one, Bravely Default. It's legitimately Bravely Default. And number two,
Octopath.
What are you talking about? The best game of last year was an RPG. What the fuck are you talking about?
Hey, what the fuck?
Actually, if you really get down to it,
Julian voting metaphor for Game of the Year 2024. Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
It's peak. What can I say?
It is actually peak. It's quite peak.
That is the problem. Is I did play Persona 3 Reload and then immediately tried to go into Metaphor and was like, I can't do it. So knowing this game is 35 hours, that's awesome.
Honestly, after beating Metaphor, I was going to not play this game for a minute, but then I was like, oh no, it's like 35, 40 hours. Oh shit, that changes everything.
That's fine.
Honestly, that's like, if you're not doing this shit, you can probably polish this boy off in 30.
Damn, that's crazy.
Ooh,
but it's RPG. So who doesn't want to do
like, you need to, if not just dodge, parry. Like, you have to.
Yeah, they kind of tell you when you're picking your, I guess, your level of difficulty. They were like, this one requires you to parry sometimes. This one definitely requires you to parry. And if you go easy, you can kind of do whatever you want.
Kind of escape.
Oh, that's nice. That's really. I love when they actually.
Ironically, the Dark Souls. It's combat.
I haven't played a lot of this game. I got to the point of like when the number switched and then the party was happening and then tried to do the training against I guess your sister. I'm not 100% sure who she is. The little redhead.
Yeah, she's like in the world where the adults are constantly dying. You know, a lot of people are found families, you know. It's like, hey, I was studying under your parents, so now you're kind of in our charge, you know.
Yeah,
we're your legal guardians now.
But you're able to fight. You're able to fight her again at the party, and I was like, I got my ass kicked. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be. I gotta get good at this game.
Oh yeah. You gotta hit that parry.
Yeah, I was dodging. There was one attack that she was doing that I was able to dodge like on the regular, but then as I was trying to parry, I was like, okay, this is a little bit more time based when you have to do that, which is cool.
Yeah, the builds are. Oh, my camera's weird.
Oh,
I think he's having tech problems.
I mean, shit.
Camera difficulties.
Gotta love updates that make everything shittier. Gotta love it.
Just break everything.
Honestly.
As you can tell, Discord updated. Some of us had to update Discord today.
I usually have to update Discord and OBS at least once a week. VLC was unable to update for like 6 months until I finally was able to find the right temp folder to like force the update to go through. Since then, I've been smooth sailing.
Smooth sailing. Yeah.
Yeah. My sync on my camera is just very weird right now.
Yeah.
It's like I'm talking and then I'm seeing myself move, and I don't like it. I don't like
It's
it
like
one
the
bit.
delay, like of the
Yeah.
stream, the
It's
latency.
disgusting. The latency bias. Yeah. So like the builds and stuff are pretty fun too. There seems to be a fair amount of like different ways you can run characters. And like their stats scale with their weapons. Well, yeah. So if you have a certain weapon equipped, you might want to allocate their stats a certain way. So there's going to be a fair amount of creativity there, and some of the weapons level up too. So it seems to be pretty viable.
So, question for you, Madrid, as the only one so far who's played Metaphor and Expedition 33, which one in the
Yeah.
gameplay, like pure, just like moment to moment gameplay, like disregarding story, disregarding like setting, art style, like
Oh,
just pure
stuff.
gameplay, which one's more fun?
Which one's more fun?
Yes.
For me, Metaphor.
Metaphor.
But
Fair.
yeah.
That Super Mario Brothers RPG combat can only go so far.
I can argue that Metaphor is a perfect game, and I would honestly. But Expedition 33, it's still really good. Like it's honestly that combat system is amazing. I'm still pretty early into it as well, so I don't have the full
That's
grasp
true.
of it. Like I only have 3 party members, and like the next set of party members are all going to have something different. Like apparently there's a chick with like a deck of cards and a scythe. Like what does she do? What does she do?
Crazy.
Like I'm hearing some characters got like gambling mechanics. Somebody feels like fucking Dante from Devil May Cry. I need it.
I would love to hear your answer to that question as you've played through the entire game and just seeing what everybody has to offer in your party.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a job system whore as well, so
I love being able to customize my characters, their roles, and how those roles perform. Give me more.
Yeah, like that's that makes it a little different. But balancing the Pictos and the Luminas are that's going to be interesting as well. The Pictos are just like think of an item that gives you a passive ability that also gives you a couple stats. Like adding a status effect to your gunshots. And then once you complete 4 combat instances with it equipped, you're able to equip it as just a passive stat as opposed to like a piece of equipment. But each of those comes with like a set number. So like something really strong like adding like a status effect to your basic attack might cost like 10 Lumina points, and you get to those kind of just level up over time with you, and there's items that let you add more. So that's going to be another mechanic to play around with to just add to that level of like customization, and really just like working on your builds.
Yeah, that's cool.
So yeah, I mean, I'm excited to go through, keep playing the game, experiencing the music, the setting, the world, figuring out what the fuck's going on.
Okay.
And yeah, maybe saving my people.
How's
Or
it?
maybe we fail like every other expedition.
How's it stacking up for you as far as game of the year?
Game of the year potential right here, for sure.
Tight.
It can honestly pass Monster Hunter for me.
Whoa.
Well, this Monster Hunter does not have Madrid in sicko mode. It has me in extra sicko mode, and
it's not hitting my brain chemistry the way I need it to. It's weird.
Is it the fact
I don't know.
that you can't
I don't
manage
have an answer.
3 a.m. Almost daily 3 a.m. hunts? Is that it?
That could be it too, because I feel like the time investment in Monster Hunter is apparently always going to be high, except for Rise, which was like, all right, they kind of just want you going. And sometimes I don't feel like sitting on the back of my chocobo and like, just being stun locked, walking from point A to point B while I try to unlock this quest.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like looking at the hunts and then going. I think the other thing of having to like live from one location to the other just for like quests and stuff like that is kind of annoying.
Yeah.
It is not something I'm completely used to doing right now, like especially like in regards to the side quests and stuff. But I still haven't spent any time in the new gathering hub area. I haven't done any of that shit yet either.
Well,
So there is that.
The gathering hub does help a lot of that being more straightforward, but like even before we got the grand hub, it was once you beat the story, once you do the Gormagala, that is like the last walk and talk mission. The Mitsuzune is the only one they added post launch, and you.
I was about to say, I did one, but it was for Mitsu.
Yeah, so you did the Mitsu. There's not one for the Zoshia, and after that, so Gormagala and Mitsuzune are the last two, really. And so if you do Mitsuzune before you do Gormagala, it'll just kind of be one of those. If you do it after Gormagala, they're probably going to have the same thing happen for Lagiacrus in the next title update, so... Yeah, the Grand Hub really does help with, like, okay, you posted a quest. Okay, I joined the quest. Okay, we're going. Like, I was actually helping Cam from the Rupees. Like, I just got on the other day, and I saw he was online, and I was like, what? Cam's online? And so I just invited him to a link party and said, post whatever you need, and he would have to go from place to place to do walk and talks. But the second he was ready, I would hop in. I'm using dual blades now, so there's that.
Hell yeah, brother! Right. They're so fucking cool. Yeah, I still say this has the bones of an amazing Monster Hunter game. So yeah, over time when it adds like more meat, and I don't know, I'm just like kind of back in the mood for it. It's so weird, like. I even took time off for this game, but I have not just been actually in that mood for it. It's crazy.
That's fair.
I don't know. But yeah. Expedition 33 has game of the year potential for me.
Yeah.
We'll see how everything else kind of like unfolds. I still need to go back and finish up Persona 3 or whatever.
Yeah.
I need to go back to Persona 3 and get ready for the worst super boss fight ever made. Joker. Joker is objectively the worst fight. I checked out the
like worse is in bad, or it's just like
it's god awful.
He's gonna fucking
no, it's god awful. Basically, okay. So one thing about Atlas super bosses is that there's two types of super bosses. There are use everything at your disposal to find clever ways of dealing with this, or go down this fucking spreadsheet, or I will kill you.
Huh.
Joker is firmly, if you don't do this step-by-step thing, I will just fucking kill you.
That's my boy right there.
And it's like...
I'm going to stand beside him.
Well, this is not fun. There's not interesting things. I'm not using the totality of my kit.
Nope.
It's not like a good example of a fight like that from Persona is actually Margaret in Persona 3 Portable. I've seen Margaret die because she enraged the party and they just beat her to death.
Oh my god.
Because they had a couple of characters had reflect physical and they all got enraged and they just jumped her.
Awesome.
That's fun, right? Or like a certain dragon in Metaphor who you give a weakness and he just fucking nukes himself. That shit is funny.
Yeah, that was excellent, actually.
Or the boss after that where it's like, hey, you are on a timer. If you are not pumping out enough damage, You
Or-
will just fucking die.
Me and didn't pay attention and had an item equipped that reflects any sort of magic, I will just kill you. I would just kill you and everybody. Oh, somehow, some way, somebody did not die from my 999,000 attack. I'm gonna do it again.
Right,
I still
and it's
got
like-
8 turns left, motherfucker.
Right. And it's like Elizabeth has a little bit of that, but that's mostly because she's like, don't use revives. Fight me fair. And if you revive, she's like, oh, so we're cheating now. Megiddo, 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 Megiddo. She just turns into oh fuck, what is the name of that angel from fucking
Michael.
not Michael. It's not Michael. It's not.
What is
Hold
it
on.
from?
It is he's back in Vengeance, but he is in. I know him best from fucking Maxima. Fucking Maxima. That's a nice immunity you got there, Miggy. He's from that experience came from Strange Journey. I thought I was prepared. I'm like, I'm immune to light. I reflect physical. I'm about to curb stomp you, and he's like,
Psych.
I'm gonna buff my attack up and spam Meggy Dolon until you die. Sucks to suck, bucko.
Surprise, motherfucker.
And it's like, I'm fine with those mechanics in there. Like Demi-Fiend from Digital Devil Saga, it's like, if you don't take out my demons in the correct order and you won't let me hit you, I will just kill you.
I should go back and like actually fight Makoto and you in Persona 5 Royal. I did not do those like secret, well, I guess they weren't secret, like DLC boss fights.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jalen, you said you beat Metaphor.
I finished it, gold star. I did it all, and I did the 3 dragons.
Congratulations.
There's only one quest that I did not do in that fucking game, and the reason why I
What was
didn't,
that?
the fucking delivering bread to that one woman.
Oh, the cooking quest. Fuck her.
The only reason I didn't do it is I had the bread. I showed up. It was the final day. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna knock this out. She does not appear at night. She does not show up in the fucking place at night, or at least she wasn't fucking there.
Did you do multiple of her quests?
No.
Oh, okay. I was about to say she has like a lot of them.
Oh, well, fuck that.
Fuck it.
Fuck that. Everything else I did.
That shit takes time, and it doesn't track like regular quests do, which is the other kind of like weird thing with that. But yeah, congratulations. Welcome to the table. How do you feel about Metaphor ReFantazio?
Peak. It's great. I love the character designs.
Yeah.
I was not prepared for Luis to outslut fucking Valdo. Zorba, yes, thank you. Zorba. He dresses like Valdo. But yeah, no, I was not prepared for he suddenly goes costume change. I'm like, damn, man, like I did not expect you to get that slutty, but the game's great. The game's really good. Like
It's
not afraid of its. Yes, it is ReFantastico. You know, I really do appreciate the fact that this game is not afraid of its own themes and it's not afraid of the story it's telling. Like, there's multiple points in time where like either they're going to handle this really bad or they're going to chicken out, and they did neither. And I really like it.
It's like if you're worried that a game is going to handle like the racism and the slavery the way that Final
and like
Fantasy
theological
16
control,
that does not happen here. They actually handle it well. And there's characters in that game that are actually black.
Right.
Like the engineer. I fucking love him.
Oh, Nuris is great. That's my boy.
Be up there just like blasted, just like, bro, dude, you're driving our airship. Why are you drunk?
And not only that, but it's the same fucking cup. He had like 2 sips. Fucking plastic.
Oh, there was one time you just come back on the ship and he's just up here, just fucking vibrating.
You're like, you're supposed to be watching the ship. What happens if da-da-da-da doesn't happen? And then, it's like, no, it was fine. Everything was fine.
Amazing.
But, yeah, I liked how the fact that it's like, it's great. It's really great. I like how it handles its themes. I like the fact that it doesn't shy away from what it is, and it doesn't pretend like it has fully concrete solutions. It's like, look, we just got to work together, and that's the best we got.
It's like, yeah, like the solution is at the bare minimum that we need to come together. And like,
actually,
really,
at the bare minimum is the separation of church and state. At the bare minimum is the separation of church and state.
The separation of the church and state would be
like,
important. You
straight
know,
up.
We should not tie people's religious beliefs to our perception of them inherently. You know, just because we do, and especially if we don't actually understand how this other religion actually is, because
also, like, the Annex War happened. Like, we're acting like, oh, it's just a state religion because people believe that the Annex War happened.
Yeah,
there was other religions in Aubrey Heights get oppressed because of the fucking Annex War. Like they don't even like. It's like, oh, this is the state religion. Why? Because of a fucking war. Like, this game is peak.
Yeah. My favorite is still just, oh, this is just Persona 6, and then it's like, oh no, this is just SM6.
Yep.
So what?
That stark change will hit you.
Madrid, do you remember what your game clock was to beat the game?
For what?
Metaphor.
Oh, for Metaphor?
Yeah.
I don't, bro. You know how I play video games. I might go to my kitchen. I might be on Instagram. It was at like 100 something.
Okay.
Which is
Jalen,
30.
what was yours?
Mine, actually, I finished that game in about 75.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Also, I would like to say I did, leave the console on to go, take a break, get something to eat, things like that. I also
spent a lot of time grinding. Almost unnecessarily at points.
I will say I did not do any grinding up until all I had to do was the 3 trials.
Honestly, it wasn't even me trying to grind XP. It was me trying to grind fucking mag.
No, it's always fucking mag. It's always fucking mag.
Grind fucking mag so I can get the next class that I want.
Oh my god.
Simple as that. XP was just a byproduct. I'm like,
honestly, XP was just convenient.
It's samurai. That's what it is.
Right. It's like, oh my god, you need so much mag, but you know what? Our expensive Lord and Savior he's made was my Lord and Savior. That was like one of them last fights. I'm like, one of the last fights in the game, I'm like, things are bad. Let me swap in He's Made. He's Made's like, I'm gonna tax half your turns, bitch.
The final boss.
Which round of the final boss?
Did you end up getting Royal Thief?
Oh, I got everything.
Okay,
everybody got the Royal class. Everyone had the.
I mean, that is just like, hey, I dodged you. You have no turns.
Right. It's literally like I was just like, I'm gonna have to tax this man. He's Made. Get him. Like, but that's also what makes the press turn system so good, that you could just swap someone in and just have them tax. Like, one thing I enjoy is that buffs and debuffs aren't just buffs and debuffs, but they're also like turn taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Because as with games, especially with SMT, once you get further, your enemies are going to have both Dakunda and Dakaja, which is, you don't get buffs, I don't get debuffs. But the game also acknowledges, like, yeah, but that's a turn tag. Like, if they're gonna wipe all your buffs and clear their debuffs, that's 2 turns. And for some fights, that's half of what they get to do.
Yeah, like, for sure, when I was fighting the human after the the dragon cave, when it attacks the village, I was just like, I'm just gonna keep buffing and debuffing, because that's gonna stop you from attacking me.
That is the one fight I still don't understand. That is the one fight I still don't understand.
I still I struggled with that one. Because I couldn't really, I guess I didn't. One thing that would have come in handy, I guess, would have been like, do the fight and then like just restart and have all of its weaknesses and stuff already highlighted. That way you know exactly which version of that one you want to fight.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, I thought it was color matching. It wasn't color matching. I thought it was opposites. It wasn't opposites. I'm like, I don't understand. You know what? Fuck it.
No,
Judah,
it's
Fire Dance. You fuck set this motherfucker on fire. Fuck it.
It's literally trial and error with that one, and it's just knowing what that shit is weak against from trying it. That's why that reset system is like important, which is one thing that Expedition 33 doesn't have. Like, if you're in a fight, you kind of like you gotta fight. You know, it's either win or die.
Yeah, I will say though that restart mechanic, I appreciate being able to restart a fight mid-fight.
Yeah, because you will blow a bunch of resources and be like, oh my fuck, you know.
But also sometimes you just right. Sometimes you just got to throw your hands up and go, "Thank you, Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne." Like, that's how long they've been doing this. Since like 2000. Even G4 made that joke. That's a G4 joke.
Oh god.
Right. It is, right, but it's also like, but that's the experience of playing SMT. You just throw your hands up and say, "Thank you, Shin Megami Tensei." Because sometimes you just get hoed.
I didn't know my hole could be stretched.
But also, my final thing I have to say about it is, Zorba, you should have been at the club. You really should have been at the club. Like, I understand you had to go through the classic experience of falling in love with a straight man who will never love you, but you should have been at the club. You should have been at the club.
I mean, Zorba's just a tragic mulatto, you know, in their world sense, you know.
Oh my god, you're right.
That's what it is. Maria is the mulatto that was somehow loved and supported instead.
Maria's best girl, by the way. That is baby. That is my daughter. Like, she is the best. That is baby.
Yeah. I just want to send her to university, you know.
Right. Like, I got, like, I am the king. I will pay for her college. Whatever she wants to study. I will pay for her college. I do not give a fuck.
Yeah, I know the headmaster. She'll be fine.
Right, I know the headmaster. And also, you know, I'm still going to treat her mama right. I'm still going to treat her mama. That is your mama. She should be treated right.
So what? She's a completely different race and is effectively adopted.
Don't care. That is your mama.
Fine.
I don't care. That is, like, literally this game, that once you get to Maria's social link had me on the verge of tears going, that is your mama. I don't care what you think. That is your mama.
How many social links are there? Like 12?
Yeah.
Probably about 8 of them will make you cry.
Right. Like.
Yeah. Hazme, Stroll, Basilio.
Fucking Basilio. Shit, Juna. Juna?
Yeah.
Finding out why she don't like those flowers? Yo.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that one. Fucking. Oh.
Brigitte?
Alfonso?
Oh, God. Fucking Alfonso. I'm saying this right now. Brigitte, however you pronounce her name, the Igniter Consortium later, Miss Bad Bitch, I was with her. I was like, I will go to war. Let's go. I will. I'm already like full fuck to church, but then I was doing her link. I'm like, let's go catch a body.
Yeah. Joan Wick.
Yep. But I do appreciate the fact that the game really goes, the world is bad and only the strong survive, is the rhetoric of hurt people who are afraid of being hurt again.
Yeah. They've internalized the weapon that was used against them.
Right? Mm-hmm. They did not tear out the weird clock-shaped thing in their chest to unlock true power.
I will not elaborate, but the very beginning of the game, where it's just the opening cutscene that plays every time you watch the game of Luis killing the King Hathalatus, Twink Death. I will not elaborate. I will not say anymore.
I will say, though, that last outfit Luis had, I'm like, you need to be also at the club. You also need it. Like, Luis and Zorba are two men who are like, I understand you have tragic backstories, but y'all really should have just went to the club. You two should have just been some club buddies. I'm just gonna be real. Like,
no.
Yeah.
So in conclusion, play Metaphor.
Play Metaphor.
ReFantazio.
It's on the list.
If you got Game Pass right now, just go ahead and crank up that Expedition 33. Or it's not like a traditional full price game of $60. So, if you want to swing that, swing it.
Yep.
It's been on sale since it dropped, I think. Or is it off sale now?
It is still on sale. It ends May 1st. The sale ends May 1st, and so if you buy it now, it's like $45.
That's crazy. Go ahead.
Also,
And get it.
Metaphor's on sale for like $45 right now.
Ooh.
Oh.
See, go pick up these games. Like,
The choice is yours. Do you want to play for 35 hours or do you want for up to 100 hours?
I think it's closer to 80. I will say, I think it's closer to 80
Okay.
hours.
Right. I know everybody's not a sicko.
Wait, I did. Okay, the only thing I didn't do other than that one quest is also I didn't do all the arena because I was busy doing other shit.
I did a lot of it. Well, maybe not a lot. Like, honestly, the arena is probably more so New Game Plus, just because.
Yeah, that's just mag farming in New Game Plus. Just dead collection of motherfucker and blow them up.
Sick.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the one thing that I feel like is important talking about this week in gaming, because it's reaching outside of the gaming sphere, this game has, like, every time it's in another medium, transcends even the medium that it goes to. The Last of Us Season 2 on HBO. We're 2 episodes in. And I'm like, after this, that's it. What I'm going to go watch is episode 3 because they're making some changes that.
How do you feel about it?
Is Pedro
I haven't watched
Pascal
season
not
2
getting
yet.
fired soon?
Oh no, I will put my money on him already being gone. I'm going to say right now, I would put my money on him already being gone.
Based on the second game and the characters he's playing.
So, like the posts that I've been seeing.
Well, I'm not gonna
Spoil
indicate. Yeah.
The game's been out since 2020.
Yeah, but there are differences. Like, even from probably 5 minutes into the first episode of Season 2, there are changes from the second game. So.
Cool. Ellie and Joel actually have a good relationship?
You're going to just have to watch it, Chris. You can either wait till it's over and get it Max for a month and binge it, or you could get Max like now.
I mean, Lazarus is also on Max, and you can also watch the playoffs that are on TNT on Max. If that helps move the needle for a month.
Yeah, I could just watch OKC destroy. What is it? Who are they playing right now?
Oh, that series is over. The Grizzlies.
Jesus.
But yeah, so Last of Us, so far so good.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm interested in to see, like, based on the changes they've made, how this season's gonna go.
Yeah, I still need to check it out. But when I watch it, I will have no idea what said changes are.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, the majority of the people who are watching the show haven't played the game, will never play the game, and
no interest.
I mean, it's good.
I can't talk about Dirty and Sad because I'm playing.
Yeah, I mean, Last of Us is definitely an experience you should definitely play.
After in a fight, you're going to be dirty and bloody,
which would make you sad.
I will say Last of Us 1 is worth playing.
Yeah, I also feel like, honestly, I feel vindicated by the show because I've always said part of the reason why The Last of Us was so popular is because its most beloved qualities aren't something inherent to its gameplay. So therefore, those who aren't, especially those who don't have the language to talk about gameplay, are able to really talk about and express their experience with the game. And now that the show has come out and it's pretty much, I'm like, see? Half of what made this thing great was the fact that it wasn't a game. Or wasn't directly tied into it into the interactive nature of it being a video game
Right.
specifically.
Yeah, that the story was, but the gameplay, especially in The Last of Us Part 2, I will give that is some of the tightest controlling, like PlayStation first party gameplay out of any of their games. Like PS4 or PS5 generation, like gameplay wise, The Last of Us Part 2 was, because it's just like Naughty Dog's gameplay, like refined and refined and refined, and like through the entire Uncharted series, everything from Last of Us, like that, the combat scenarios and systems in Last of Us Part 2 as a game, like removed from the story implications, like I will say Last of Us Part 2 is one of the best mechanically made PlayStation games you can play.
I have a question.
Yes.
So we can somewhat agree that Last of Us Part 1's gameplay was
It was good.
subpar. It was decent.
Serviceable. It did what it needed to do. It never got in the way. It never took you out of the experience. It's a nice slice of bread.
Okay. That being said, a game like South of Midnight with a very good story, just like The Last of Us Part 1, is getting a lot of hate because of the gameplay in it isn't as top tier as the storytelling and characters and music and whatever. It's getting more hate because of its lack of that, but The Last of Us Part 1 got a lot of praise when it came out, especially for its storytelling, and the gameplay was kind of.
The game.
I think it has more to do with the genre of game.
I won't.
Right, but I think it has more to do with the genre of game because, like,
okay,
third-person shooter people don't have the same gameplay expectations as third-person action game players.
That's fair. That's fair.
So. Okay. They were both. That would be a little bit different if they were both third-person shooters
or third-person character action games. Because that's the thing. The Last of Us, you're not like hacking, slashing. You're not doing any of that. You're
right.
It is especially The Last of Us Part 2. It is a survival horror stealth game.
Yeah.
That's what. And so, like comparing
until you bungee slide on a motherfucker and dome him with a goddamn brick.
Well,
can you do that? You can't do that in 1. You can do that in 2.
No, you can do that too. I'm talking specifically about 2.
Well, 2's a different story. 2 was crazy. Yeah,
part of the combat being crispier is the fact that you can bungee slide on a motherfucker and dome him with a brick.
Yeah. 2 was crazy.
I saw that clip and I'm like, and you're gonna expect me not to kill people in this game? I'm like, what?
I remember there was like some posts coming out and like the combat. I didn't know you could do that, and I made it.
A game has good gameplay when Sunhai Legend uses it to make GIFs, and the fact that The Last of Us Part 2 was good enough to make that happen.
That's the exact one I'm talking about. That's the exact video I'm talking about where he just slides on a motherfucker and domes him with a brick. I'm like,
well, he did a whole like collection. He kind of, how he would continuously do near stuff, and like one of the series of things
Elden Ring
with Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah. So I think it just comes down to genre, because certain genres have certain expectations when it comes to gameplay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll give you that.
And also, I'm just gonna not ignore the elephant in the room. One stars a black woman, and the other has you playing as a white guy than a white girl. That you were already that already had what, a 30-hour game to make sure you were attached to.
True. Yeah.
All right. Well, does anybody?
There's one more thing.
Yeah, there's
because we did, because there is a gameplay with
or maybe another
or a sequel to a game that is PlayStation first party that had amazing combat in it, with the sequel coming out that just dropped a trailer 4 days ago. The Ghost of Yotai?
Oh yeah.
I think it's Yote.
I didn't watch that.
Yote? I mean, shit.
Oh,
I'm not
I
joking.
watched it.
Oh
This
yeah.
game's gonna
Yeah,
be
that
sick.
shit.
I
Oh
waited
my
to
god.
watch it on my monitor.
Actually, there's one more thing after this. I actually want to go back and finish like Ghost of Tsushima because
Yeah.
I
You should.
haven't.
The trailer had me
Um,
load up Ghost of Tsushima. Like I
Y'all should.
re-download,
Yo,
make sure my
Yo.
save data is like in the
Yeah.
spot I
Yo.
left it off at. Yeah.
Because literally the last time I played, I had a great. You know, it was I was like I got the director's cut. I'm on a PS5 now. We play it.
This
I mean,
might
that is
be the
that is a
real-
first party that I had to platinum, and I mean, it was a good time platinuming it.
Absolutely.
Yotai is basically the nail in the coffin of Assassin's Creed Shadows because now I'm at the point of like
Apparently, they have this like the same kind of
it's the same plot.
story.
It's like the plot is the same. It's just Yotai will be tighter and just overall better because
Yep.
like I like Sucker Punch games more than I like Assassin's Creed games like wholesale like across the board. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. The production on this is fucking clean because like you got to go take down the Yote 6 and it's like Oni, Dragon, Onigumo or the Spiner. Kitsune. Yeah, Kitsune. I don't remember what else it was. But yeah, there's just a guy. It was like some lord and some other mythological mask. Oh, Snake. Orochi. So yeah. This shit's gonna be clean. I'm excited for it. I hope they do hit us with another Legends mode as well. Because that shit was cool. Oh my god, that shit was so fucking good. Just for it to be like, hey, here's just an add-on because we love you.
Yeah.
So I hope they do that again. If they don't, it's fine. Or if they decide to just like make a standalone, that's fine too. But like the game itself is going to be fucking awesome. Go check out that trailer if you haven't. It's
cool. It's so dope.
It's really fucking cool.
I don't know if I'm going to turn on my PlayStation before October 2nd, but I know damn well that I'm playing this game, and it will take all of my
You
time.
gotta try Fortnite. You gotta.
That's true. Yes, I guess I forgot about the beginning of this episode. I had technically maybe unbanded myself from Fortnite.
Oh man, we're gonna be playing some Fortnite Festival. I have Fallout Boy, The Killers, Linkin Park. I got a bunch of.
Can you connect drums to it?
No, only guitars. You can play drums.
That feels racially charged.
It's probably just the inputs.
I mean, yeah.
You probably could get the drum
I mean, you could. Can you play bass on it?
Can you play Fortnite? What are you trying to say? Oh, go check your basement. There's a bass down there.
I'm sorry. I couldn't help it.
Oh no. Yo, so I watched this documentary on YouTube. It's from PBS. It's about like 70s funk music and like the revolution of it, essentially. And you know that explains the bass obsession and how that is just like ingrained as a part of the diaspora. So go check that out.
You can play bass. So it's like guitar. So you have drums, vocals, guitar, and bass as things you can play on the controller. Then guitar and bass also have pro modes that you can play with a rock band guitar.
Okay, can you play Fortnite in and of itself with the guitar?
It does not have analog sticks, so it'd be really hard.
I mean, some people have beaten
That's fine.
Dark Souls 3 with a guitar.
Right, yeah,
With a
and so
banana.
that same kind of like program where you can kind of use whatever as a controller, obviously, like, and honestly, I think if you were to hook the drums up, as long as you know what, like, you can remap your,
Reprogram them. Yeah.
yeah, and have it be the four buttons, like, have your four things be the four buttons that are used on Fortnite, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know
Um.
nobody else for the most part cares. I know Deontay cares. I've gotten Aver to play it once, but Chris will
I was watching this
actually,
somewhere like, yeah, this nigga's spitting.
Chris will have a good time. Just as like as a fan of Rock Band, Chris will have a good time. And
Yeah, I'm here for that.
Fortnite Festival. All right, Madrid, your last thing.
Yes, the Switch pre-orders that happened on
Thursday.
And I saw Darren post he secured one. I was like, let me go just check this out and see if I can, let me just test the water, see what it's looking like. It's fuck Target, boycotting them, so I didn't even go there. Walmart.
Also,
I was like, I'll try that, but like, I'm gonna try Best Buy first because I got my my PlayStation controller. I got that off of Best Buy.
Hell yeah.
So I was like, I might as well just run that back. I'm sure they got all my information already. I'm not gonna have to make some account or anything. And honestly, I was just sitting kind of there, like I just had this shit pulled up on my phone for like 40 minutes or so. And I was like, well, I'm probably not gonna get this shit. Let me go to bed. It's like 1. It's like 1. It's like 1:15 a.m. As soon as I went to go close it, it was like sending me a message. It was like, yeah, we're sending you the verification code. I'm like, okay. All right. Got the verification code. I got in. I was like, oh, okay. Well, clearly they won't have the Mario Kart bundles still available. Mario Kart bundles were available. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna be able to add it to my cart. I'm like, oh fuck. Am I gonna buy a Switch too? I'm like, okay, it's not gonna let me. And then I went through the whole process. I linked my credit card and I copped it. It happened. So I have a Switch 2.
You pre-ordered a Switch 2. Hell yeah, dude.
Pre-ordered a Switch 2 with honestly 0 issues. So a lot of people were like getting hit with like error codes. Their carts were clearing. They were getting emails saying that their pre-order was canceled. Fucking, they're up on like 3-4 different websites and apps and devices. No, all I did was like wait at a semi-blank screen for like 40 minutes, and I got in. I'm not saying these issues didn't happen. I was lucky enough not to run into them. I have the power of God and anime on my side. So now I have a Switch 2 Mario Kart bundle pre-order, which I may or may not flip because I also want to look at the lay of the land when it actually is released.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Pokemon, hoping they do a special edition.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I'm like, damn, I kind of would want like a different edition of it.
Yeah.
So this
There's
is just
nothing
kind of
I
like my
need to play before Pokemon. Like Mario Kart will be there. Donkey Kong's not a priority. Like Kirby Air Riders is later, so really it's Pokemon Legends ZA. Like I can't bring myself to do it on Switch 1. So
yeah. No, that's valid. I mean, honestly, a part of it for me was really just like the fear greed kind of index. It's like the fear of like, oh, maybe these things won't happen. And I know last week I was saying like, yeah, we don't know what's going to happen with the tariffs. They can walk back on them. A lot of them have kind of been walked back to an extent. Some of them are sticking, and we see that whatever is going to happen is going to be very fucking consistent, right?
Yep.
So I'm just going to take a look and see what it's looking like. If I can flip it for more, maybe I'll do that. or maybe I'll just be like, nah, fuck it, I'm locked in. I'm gonna play some Mario Kart and go finally beat Breath of the Wild.
There you
Be
go.
a good time. I could also loan you the physical copy of Tears of the Kingdom so you could play that.
Is Nintendo going to be like, well, this is actually Anton 6's copy? Don't ask us how we know, motherfucker.
You must return in 2 weeks.
Somebody's going to knock on my door if I don't in 2 weeks.
Yeah, you just have Bowser knocking on your door.
Doug?
Yeah.
Hey, both of them. Both
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 of them.
of them. Doug, and then Bowser turns. Doug, incinerate this man.
I'm just getting hit by legal fees. Yeah, so that is the thing that has happened. I am keeping my eyes peeled for like new updates. For like people posting more pre-orders because trying to get some of the homies on. I know at least one person was trying to get one. And yeah, apparently GameStop had them. Like you could go up there like physically and pre-order. It was like only a $50 deposit.
People still do that?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I did that for my launch PS5, but that was 5 years ago, so.
Oh yeah, I remember that whole. Chris, you remember that whole thing? I think didn't you go to like GameStop to get
I had
yours? And I was like,
buddy.
fuck, I would go, but I have to work.
Yep. I literally had a buddy who was like, I got one in the store. It's a physical. I said, I know I have to buy the extra controller and $100 worth of a gift card. Just give it to me.
Give it to me. Yeah. So, that's the thing. So yeah, just keep your eyes peeled. Maybe there'll be more updates and links for all the people trying to get them. I hear Costco is going to be getting some. So yeah, so what you do?
Just judging, like, hearing people say it was a complete shit show, but then, like, Darren got through, you got through, and Deontay got through, so...
Yeah.
Like,
that.
Everybody that I personally know who I know for a fact went and tried to get one, got one. So...
I did this shit as an experiment. I was curious.
You fucking
That's why. No, your heart was pure. There was no greed. There was no malice. There was
some greed. Like 50% of me is like, flip it, resell it.
Hey, make your money.
But the rest of me was pure. I'm like, well, I can also play this, and I can go back and play Astral Chain. Again. Yeah. I'm still trying to manifest Astral Chain too, but
I wish you the best.
Yeah.
All right. Well, remember you can follow us all collectively around the internet, cheesycontrollerpodcast.com. You can follow me on Instagram at Anton6 followed by 2 X's. Chris, where can people find you?
Just go to the Discord. I don't go on social media.
Madrid.
You can find me at Frank Motion on Blue Sky.
All right, Jalen.
Bishop on the internet.
All right, this has been a Know It's Good production. The video version's edited by Chris. The audio version's edited by Akuma Santi. The descriptions are written by ChatGPT. Until next time, keep it cheesy.